Hello everybody, it's Glenda and Buster
And Rosie
with AKA GK Fralin of Friendly Community. And our friendly community welcomes you. And we do. Tonight I'm going to explain a couple of things. One, why I didn't do a vlog yesterday. And why I'm kind of breathy today. And I think probably a lot of you can guess. So I do have some footage from the weather outside, which is a lot to do with this. And I figure you figured that out already. So we'll be back. Okay. Just kind of wanted to show you. This is what we've been dealing with for days. And it lets up for a little bit, and then we have another thunder boomer. Anyway, I gotta get in because this humidity is not good for me. I'll tell you more about it. Yeah, that was the break in our storm. Unfortunately, it has this tendency to like to really get really nasty with the thunder and lightning and all that at night. And I'm a night out anyway, but there's a limit. So there's just been a few things going on. It's weird. I mean, the weather, yeah, but I haven't really been on my game at great the last couple of weeks, and I think you could see that, but a lot of it is just this weather and feeling closed in. And a lot of that closed in feeling is because I just simply don't have energy to even get up and do a lot around the house, because even with the air conditioner, when it's this humid, it just permeates everything. The big Blue River, where we're close to, is probably going to reach flood stage, but hopefully, as far as Joe's commute to work, that will only mean that it gets out into the park in Beatrice. I don't think it'll get across the road there by the bridge. The biggest problem is if we get another big thunderstorm with a lot of rain in a short time and end up with more flash flooding. I haven't wanted to say a lot about the weather because I know that there are places that are a lot worse off than we are, that are just being flooded out. But still, for where I live and for my condition, it affects me. And, a precautionary tale for any kid who wants to start smoking, or anybody who is smoking heavily like I used to, or however, it ain't good for you. That, and I tend to be on the depressive side of my bipolar, and so this kind of stuff just kind of gets me depressed. I'm trying to be just flat out no nonsense about this, even though I do. I still want to be able to be as positive as I can. I'm trying to just make it sound like what it is, really. And that clip, me breathing like that, that's the sound of COPD and high humidity. And I wasn't out there very long. A lot of times, my chest muscles, not like my pleura or around my lungs and stuff and heart, but my chest muscles will, from heaving, especially in the shoulders, get to that. To breathe in your diaphragm, but when you're having trouble, you tend to do this. When you know that your mind can tell you don't do that, but you do that. So it's like breathing through your mouth when you're not supposed to. We do that, especially in the wintertime when it's cold and our nose gets stuffy anyway. Okay, gotta have a little humor, even if it's true humor. Oh, but another thing, you want to talk about frustration? When I do get to sleep, and I have my CPAP, and it helps me sleep good. My little thing hooks my oxygen in there, broke. Yeah, my last one. So I've ordered some more. They'll be here probably tomorrow. And we found one that, yeah, it's broken too, but at least it's not broken off. It's just kind of, it's well, I'll show you. It's different. It's weird. Usually I have this little blue one that's just got this straight thing that comes out here. This one swivels, and right now it looks like it's hooked in pretty good. But actually it is broken. It's pushed down inside there, which you can't see because of it's kind of clear, cloudy against this. Anyway, but at least I can hook into it and have some oxygen with my CPAP and sleep a little better. So this is kind of where we're at tonight, where I've been at lately. I mean, this slumping over like this, yeah, that's how I feel. I want to cry. But anyway, I've been spending more time sleeping during the day or in between thunderstorms. It will sooner or later let up. It's just been a very odd August and September, beginning of September. Our rain total for the first 4 days of September this year is the highest it's been on record as far as the first 4 days of September. Our anniversary is in August, and it was nice. We were able to go out for our anniversary. That was a real high point, guys. That really was. But we also had a lot of cold days as far as August was 60, 70 degree days, even low 80s in August. I mean, that's kind of cool for August here. But we're in Nebraska. We're in the Midwest. It seems like right now, though, I used to think, okay, we can move to better weather. I have got some stuff done. We are closing in on finalizing the cover for Finding Charlie. We did go back to Finding Charlie because I've just had it in my head that it's Finding Charlie so long. And I want a catchy title, but it's about Charlie finding himself. And so, you know, who be Charlie B is, I mean, yeah, the title comes off of a game they played, but you'll find that out in the first chapter to the book too. So I'm not giving much away. But in Who Be Charlie B, it is about him finding out who he is. I mean, his ancestry and why he was born with dark skin and his whole family's white. So now Finding Charlie is more about having to get out in the world as an adult man, and he's got to get out there in a very cruel world, a bigoted world, and try to find out where he belongs. So that's kind of what Finding Charlie is. And so then, you know, I've got ideas for the next book, but in a project that I have researched and worked on and continue researching as I write, and pushed to do more by my editor as I write. Love you, Mary Jo, because it wouldn't be nearly as good if you didn't push me like that. But anyway, because there's so many little nuances when you're doing historical that you just have no idea. It's like, what did a train car look like? You become a history buff. But I started researching about the real Charlie and his family back in, I believe it was about 1998 or in there. I think so, yeah. When we found out that there really had been this person, and that he had lived in our house, the house that we had before this one. Anyway, and he also was born and grew up till he was 12 in the town where I grew up. That's when I started researching. And then there's all the years of all the taking the time to write it. And then, of course, I had I was sick a couple of times, and this and that, just things get in the way. But the thing that I think I'm getting at is that COPD affects everything in your life, and not just you. It affects everybody around you. There's a lot of different things about having something like COPD that can be affected by weather, just pollens in the air, the air quality and all of that and stuff. It wears on a person. It wears on you. It's heavier to breathe. It's like somebody's healthy, and like when I was younger, I was healthy. I'd go out a day like this, where it's even been raining and stuff. I wouldn't have any problem. I mean, I might have a slight knowledge or a slightly notice that the air is heavier to breathe, but not by much. I mean, mostly I'm just going to notice it's wet, or that the air has got moisture in it. But that's going to be more on my skin. But now, I notice it before I ever get out that door. And what I notice is here. So, and, my husband has to deal with it too. It isn't just me, my children. And there's equipment, there's noises all over this house. And if you turn everything off, I mean, I've gotten so used to the noise and the sound of the concentrator and that it doesn't really, I don't notice it unless it goes off. If it gets turned off, like if we're getting ready to go somewhere and I'm on the portable. But let me show you. I want you to hear some of the that's the noise I carry with me when I go anywhere. That's the highest level, but in this kind of weather, that's where I'd be. And it'll beep here pretty soon. It will beep if I'm not using it because it's pulse. It gives oxygen when I breathe or when I inhale. But the CPAP, now that's just coming out of there. Now it's really not terrible. And unless it's hissing, like once I put it on, now hissing could get really, really bothersome. You don't sleep when it's doing that. But, and all of that stuff takes electricity. So your electric bills go up. Good night, good night. Don't let the bugs bite. Good night, good night. Sleep till it's daylight. Good night, good night. Be kind to each other. That was better. Good night, good night. Tell someone you love them. Putting out your pipes there, didn't you, honey? Yeah, I guess so. Hey, be kind, because it's something that is desperately needed everywhere right now. And you know what? We're going to have to be the ones to lead others to be kind. Something happened to manners. We need to bring them back. You just don't talk to people like that. Okay. Bye. We'll see you tomorrow.